Hello. I am hard at work. I am really hard at work. So I thought I better pop in and share with you all since you've been like, where have you been? I've gotten some emails. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. A lot of things happen at the end of the year for all of us. And for me personally, I've been in a place of really focused on the present moment as things are unfolding in my family. We've had some things unfold, which we always do, but really. And so I'm just being present like many of you are. And also, it's the time of year where I personally have learned this last year to slow down and to be in stillness and the appreciation of actually sitting, like sitting on the couch and reading a book. I mean, the only time I used to sit before was to meditate or maybe journal, but that was it. I was always on the go, go, go. And this whole last year, I've been really healing and working with the sacred aspects of myself. And I've done lots of different things to get the support that I've needed, from counseling to coaching to the sacred woman, divine feminine priestessing work, to just so many things, that now I'm at this place where I have been really exploring and spending a lot of time with my values and my ethics and the work that I do. And I've read, I've gotten insight from others about the ethics of being psychic and how to be an ethical psychic, and the conversation around boundaries. And there's so much in this world that is coming up around these topics. And as a deep empathic person, as 2024 has been the year of empath, where I've been in service to the empath, I am at this threshold where I'm having to decide what feels an alignment for me moving ahead into 2025. And part of that is the reflection back. And I can't believe how much has happened this year. I mean, I've healed so much has changed for me. I've had relationships revealed deeply to me, and so much loving support. And it's true, like when you really face a difficult time or difficult times, and it's not just like a short-term thing, it's like long-term. This has been a whole healing road the last year. You really know who your friends are, the people who stick around and the people who love you for you and not just for what you do or what you can do for them, or your whatever it is that they like to mine or utilize, or what benefits them. And I'm just very much in a state of trying to let myself get curious about the next part of my life and what that might look like now, and how I will do my work and what work will I do to be in service, utilizing the gifts that I have. I have tons of gifts: communication, connection, spirit, psychicness, mediumship, clearing, healing, all sorts of things that I have been very, very fortunate to be able to experience and grow with and discover in myself for the last well over 20 years now. And so, what does that mean for me moving ahead now into the next part of my life, the next segment of my life? And I'm coming up to, in a couple of months, I will be crossing over a major portal, threshold, doorway, whatever, however you want to perceive it as, when I will be the same age that my dad was when he died. And given my recent experience with death, I find a very profound opportunity for me to deepen my connection and my commitment, my sacred commitment, like the true purpose why I have decided to be here, the truth in my value system, the resonant energy that I provide and offer, and the value, the real worth of that, and the gratitude that I feel and the expression of being able to do that, and how best can I do that? And what kinds of relationships do I want with potential clients, with viewers, with the community? How do I want that to look? Because the past is the past, and doing things the way we've always done it isn't something that I adhere to. I'm curious about the new technologies and the advancements and the things I can learn, and how to better reach and express and share what will bring me joy, what will fulfill me as well, and really feel more of a balance in alignment. Because I'd say that for sure this last year has been very challenging for me, financially, especially because I s I just haven't had the work that I had before. And part of that is because of the nature of the way that I work now is different than just pure mediumship or just channeling. So the people who watch Above Life Channel just for channeling and just for, some real cool entertainment kind of stuff are not real happy with me right now because I'm changing and evolving, and I have. Of course, when you face death, you see what life is about, and you understand. I understand better now, at least. I don't get it totally, but I understand more now of how, hey, imbalance in relationships, energetically exchanging, and then the power dynamics and things that we give to other people and put people on pedestals and icons, and the people I used to channel and have channeled in the past, we did that to them, and in a way, I kinda had that happen with me, and it showed up in my relationships, my personal relationships, some of my friendships and things like that, and I realized that everything is relationship based, and I've learned a lot this last year about how hard it is for me personally to not be working. It's really tough, and I'm very blessed for the few clients that I've had, and I I know that it's part of my journey to look back at this year in my life experience now, and then take that wisdom and move forward in a way that is insightful, enlightening, inspiring, and hopeful. I want whatever I do and whatever I share to be hopeful and helpful and healing for people who watch or who choose to have me hold space for them in sessions as a coach or as a psychic or however that relationship ends up being, however I offer my presence, my time, my sacred gifts, my sacred self, my sacred presence. And two, then for yours as well, valuing your time and your needs in session as well. And so I've been doing a lot of work this last year about, like I said, values and ethics and being an ethical psychic and boundaries. And what does that mean? What does that look like? What does the exchange look like? And do I want to continue to work in the way that I have been? I don't think I can. I think I'm on, like I said, like this doorstep, this portal where I get to step through into the next thing, and what does that look like? What fills me up? What brings me joy? And what can I do to be in service in a way that I can bring joy and inspiration through that, but also compassion and connection, and maybe offer community in a way that's different. Like when I first did YouTube, gosh, in 2012 or something, I think I wanted to get discovered. I wanted to be like the next Hay House, whoever their psychic is right now. I have no idea. But I used to follow that early on. I'd be like, wow, wouldn't that be cool? And I went to their what is it called? Soulful Writers Conference. And I was like, wow, I want to be this. Like, I want to be able to talk on a big stage and inspire people, and have them actually listen, deeply listen and receive the messages and the information. And I realize so much of the receivership is dependent upon the person and where they're at in their journey, and I can't force people to get it, and I also can't take it personally when they don't, and I'm not I'm not it's not that's not my job, is to make people get it, make people understand, and being in a place of conversation around what ethics looks like, what values I have, what I bring, what I offer, and then, like, pricing my services in a way that makes sense for that, and also not becoming just one of the herd, because there's so many people you can go to now for just, like, a card reading or psychic reading, or somebody that just discovered that they're intuitive and is doing work in their business now intuitively, which is great to access all of our gifts and our skills to really leverage that. That's awesome to have. But I don't work like a traditional or typical psychic. I never have. It's my relationship with my clients and in group spaces is just, to me, it's so intimate and so personal, and I think my work needs to reflect that more, and I don't know if being what platform is gonna help that really come through, and, so I'm exploring, I'm getting curious. I'm actually gonna take a class here in a couple weeks at the college to, work with get some of my creative juices flowing, which I'm looking forward to that. And I have some ideas next year of some classes I want to take also, learning more about um, digital things digitally and social media and the new landscape for entrepreneurs and things like that. But I'm doing it in a very structured setting. So I'm looking forward to that and learning and growing in that regard to see kind of where do I fit? Where do I fit now? You know? So we'll see. We'll kinda see. Yes, 100% I'm working. Yes, I'm receiving clients. Yes, I'm doing, intuitive readings and basically working with the energy fields around you and coaching work with you. So, it's not one or the other with me, it's a whole focused approach based upon what your needs are, but it's not about answers. I'm never going to disrespect you and be like, well, you should do this and you should do that. No, because you are an enlightened light source within yourself and you know what's best for you. I just get to remind you, and encourage you and maybe give you some, oh, yeah, right. Yep, I've been getting that message. Yes, and just some validation. And it's my pleasure to really be an encourager. I really enjoy that part of my job the most. So, yeah, we'll see what the future holds. So, I am planning a group launching in January. Another one I've been working with a small group, just a handful, four of us. And I want to keep my group small and intimate so that we can have personal, interpersonal relationships and deeper connections with each other. I really, really like that. I think that's a good format for me that feels right in alignment right now. And whereas other psychics and things and coaches, you might see like, 50 people on a call or even 30 people or something. That's not my style at this point. I'm not interested in the masses. Okay. I'm interested in the intimacy and the true relationship and the balance of power and exchange of empowerment and encouragement in our sessions and our time together. So I am going to do a formatted book group actually starting in January because I think it'll be really inspiring. It's called Inspired Woman, and you can join that if you're interested. I'm going to keep that group small, also, probably 10 people, I think, is what my max will be in that group. Maybe 12, but probably just 10, maybe even 8. Actually, I'm thinking about this and it kind of feels, I like small, so 8 maybe might be good, but um, we're going to meet in January, multiple times in January, a couple times in February, and a couple times in March, and use the book as a jumping off point to have conversations related to our empathic nature, related to our intuition, related to the balancing of our body, mind, heart, and soul, our four parts of ourselves, really just the wholeness of us, and celebrating the intuitive hits that come through and the healing that is revealed to us. And then in a small group, then you can talk about that and have that discussion. It'll be a Zoom format, so watch for that. And I do know that I'm doing that because that feels really good and exciting to me. So, yeah. And as always, just click on the links below in the description if you want to see what kind of services I'm offering. They'll be available there. You'll be able to tell there. And if you don't see something and you're curious about it and you want to ask, go ahead and ask. Don't be shy about that. You can send an email to abovelifechannel@gmail.com, and I will respond to that. So that's what's up. I've really been present for my family and the things that are unfolding here, and also really reflective in a state of questioning the deeper meaning, the deeper purpose for life ahead, and how I will be in service and what really is alignment to me. And that's about boundaries and ethics and integrity and just real access, also access, but at the same time intimacy. So how do you allow a lot more access but also have intimate experiences with people, you know? It's like there's this real, I mean, it's very wavy here, okay? So I'm working through some of those things. So I'm doing all right. I am. I'm feeling pretty good and thankful for that, of course. And I had some kids home for the weekend. We had a kickoff to the holidays over the what is in the US considered a Thanksgiving weekend or Indigenous Peoples Day, I think it was Friday. And so it's basically the first weekend of December, kind of is what it was, the last weekend of November, first weekend of December. And so the kids were home and we had an extra one. And because one of my kiddos has been dating someone for quite a while now, a couple years. So they have a stocking and they're part of our holidays, and everybody was able to be here. Everybody, like just my kids. And it was awesome because last year it was just so weird. I was so medicated and not feeling well, and it was rough. And this year I am doing much better, and I'm still on the road. I'm still doing my therapies and trying to find a good balance of activity, which has been really challenging because I do some things and I get affected and I feel it, and it's kind of scary at times, but for the most part, I'm doing well, and I'm very thankful for that. So if you've been somebody who's been here on Above Life channel, or you've been even on my Fairy Grasshopper channel for the last, I don't know, 10, 20 years, or you've been part of the PRDs, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this journey. And I look forward to what is to come for us in 2025 and what is to come of the channel and how it grows and evolves and things. I will keep doing Sunday morning coffee once I have a chance to get back to it. I'm trying with the idea of doing the podcast in a different format. So we'll have to see how that goes. And just really spending time giving myself room and space. So, all right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that, as always, I will be able to continue to inspire your spirit and fill you with hope and encourage you to live your life, because this is your life after all, and you get to live it. So please, just live it. Thanks for being here. I look forward to being able to work with you.